Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Melvina Motivates, the podcast. In this space, we are going to laugh, cry, but mostly heal and laugh some more. It is my goal to take you from stuck to your absolute greatest by sharing my personal healing journey with you. I am clear that my life's purpose is to be a safe space and place for others so that they can return to their true self. Hop along for the ride. You won't be disappointed. So again, welcome to Melvina Motivates, the podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I missed y'all. Hopefully y'all missed me too. Guess what? We got a special guest on this episode. I am super. If you hear it in my voice, I'm super excited about this. It is Mr. Prince Drive himself. He is the man behind the production for Melvina Motivates, the podcast. And so he's here in the building with me. We are going to tag team this episode 4. And so, of course, without further ado, introduce yourself to the people.
How y'all doing, man? I am thrilled and honored to be here, honestly. I really never even did a podcast before. And, this one is turning out to be pretty good.
Hey.
I just want to leave y'all with, my social media, just so you can, I'm going to leave it at the end also. But Instagram, you can find me at _itsdrive, ITSDRIVE. On Facebook, Prince Drive. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Hey, first of all, y'all got to make sure that y'all hit him up, okay? So don't forget, you can find him on SoundCloud. You can find him on Spotify. You can Google him.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna pop up.
Apple Music, all of that. So any streaming platform that you got, type in Prince Drive, and then I'll come up.
And speaking of Apple, he was on a feature. Tell us about that real quick.
In particular, that feature, I didn't even plan on doing that. I just had beats in my email, and I went to go really see one of my friends, and he was finishing up his album, and I was just playing beats, and he wasn't really trying to record with me because he had something else on his mind. And then he just heard that beat, and he was like, bro, put me in right now. And then as soon as he did that, then I was like, bro, put me in right now. That's how we work. We worked worked like that all my life. So, I've been making music since I was 17, and he was the first person that I ever recorded with. So we got that type of chemistry. So it's like, all right, bet I'm in. Okay, you in? I'm in. So that's how we do it. So that's pretty much how the song went. It's called Temp by Big Mook, the Godfather, and Prince Drive.
Man, when I tell y'all, first of all, I saw that, by the time you guys hear this or whatever, I think you shared it on Facebook, and you shared it on Tuesday because it is Wednesday. So with that, I heard it, y'all. When I tell y'all, when it's lit. The voice is there, the music is great, the lyrics. First of all, the lyrics, though, they were literally everything. And I found out today that it was a freestyle. It was a whole freestyle.
It's crazy. Like I said, we go in. He like, man, put me in. He freestyling. So I'm thinking of my next, my next move. So I could, because it's like a sparring sport. It's like boxing or basketball. You want to be competitive regardless if they're your friend or not.
Oh yeah.
So he like, let me put me in, and I'm like, oh yeah, put me in, So we just, that's how we do it. Steel sharpens steel, So
Prince won. Prince won.
Steel sharpens steel,
They homies, ain't nobody coming against that. I'm being biased.
Nah, we know how it go.
But I'm also being serious too that he won.
Yeah, y'all can be the judge,
Yeah, and so of course, if possible, we might throw a little sample of that, in the podcast. Whether if Prince feels like that's the move, because again, I trust his ear, his ability to produce, and I trust his judgment. So
Sure.
Alright, so okay.
I move with the stars like a constellation. This shit in me now, on me like constipation. I can be the plot in no conversation. Fuck the world and I bust while it's ovulating. That sick shit, niggas pancakes like Biscuit. I remember 17, I was chasing dreams and schemes. I was trying to get rich quick. Now I'm in this shit for the distance like a Michael Phelps with the swim. If you want this smoke, this is 2020 like Siamese, can't deprive me when I die deep within. Ooh.
Let me tell y'all real quick on how we met. First of all, I work with Prince's mom. That's number one. So she's one of the support staffs that I work with every single day, and I absolutely love her. So I was telling her that I wanted to start doing podcasts, and she was like, my son, he do all of that. And that's when she left it at. She was like, he do all of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And so she was like, he went to school for sound engineering and sound production. So, he got you. All right, let me get his number then. And so definitely reached out to him, ran the idea by him. And with the very first episode, I was just so in awe about all of what he was able to put forth as the sound effects. Of course, like I've shared with you guys before, and I believe episode 2, the music that you're hearing is literally his own music. And you guys are able to hear the absolute genius and the talent behind it. So, yeah. So Prince is all that and a bag of chips with cheese, hot peppers. Well, we can't say meat. Less is beyond.
Here you go.
Less is beyond. All right, so we are going to switch gears, y'all. So I wrote out some questions for Prince so we can get to know him a little bit better. So this is kind of like, interview style, but we're going to have some fun. As you guys know, we're going to laugh. And that's all we're going to do on this podcast. We laugh and ain't no crying.
Come on with it.
Because the last one is a little tearjerker, but this one we laughing. All right, so the very first question that I wrote when I was writing these out was, who is Prince Drive? Tell the people who you be.
Well, I'm a complex individual,
Really, nigga?
I would say that only because, like we all are. Like our experiences, our observation of things, our perspective is all different, but in this society, most times, people kind of like adopt certain things and try to be like each other. So what I would say is complex would be the adjective that I would use, only simply because, like we all complex, but it's certain people that just try to follow the straight and narrow, and there's certain people that like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Right.
So, I would say liberated too. Like I haven't always been like feeling free or feeling liberated, but I'm definitely a liberated individual. I try to be happy all the time. But if I could break down the name, my real name is Prince. Royalty. I gotta pat myself on the back. Pat my parents on the back. Royalty. I'm actually the second, so my father was named Prince. Also have the same name as him. And then the drive came from just actual drive, like ambition, like just regardless of what you're going through. When life knocks you down, what you gonna do?
Period.
When you scrape your knees, you gonna get back on your bike or what? So that's what the drive come from. And I've had a lot of trials and tribulations, and nothing could ever stop me. I ain't gonna lie, nothing is never gonna stop me.
Period. That's why the title is what it is. All right, it's definitely all about the drive. All right. Next question. What attracted you to music and sound production?
Well, if I could just say the music part of everything. So both of my parents are real connoisseurs when it comes to music. Like every genre, my grandparents, everything. Like my grandma is from Ghana. One of them is from Ghana, and one of them is, so I had like, international music a lot, dancing to it and, just hearing the beats and loving that. But as far as my other grandmother, she's from Mississippi. She likes like disco and things of that nature, like the Bee Gees and things of that nature. So I was always heavily in tune because of being around these figures all my life. And then not to mention my mom and my dad. So, 90s was like the best era in my opinion, so they were always listening to 90s music, 2000s music. So it was like, alternative rock, all of that. So every genre was inside of me already. And not to mention my mom, married a man that's a producer, a well-known producer in Chicago.
Shut up.
So yeah, he was always like, especially when we had a house, he was always downstairs making beats, making music, making beats, like having people that were actual lyricists over. So even though I wasn't always able to be in the room with them because they were, you know, adults and stuff like that, doing the adult things, you know, I still wanted to be, and I still was listening, you know, and it kind of actually even pushed me away from music a little bit, like because, you know, it's kind of cliche to be like, okay, he a producer, now his son is a, you know, like I just used to care about too much about what people thought. Yeah. You feel me? So it's more of like, I stopped pushing it away. I'm like, oh, I could do this, huh? You know, like, yeah. And the reason why I can do it is because I've been, you know, poured into as far as that goes for all my life, you know, without me even knowing it.
Yeah, seriously.
So, yeah.
Shout out to that. Y'all heard it here first, okay? Y'all heard it here first. I mean, you were literally molded in music. So, ironically, you do music.
You know?
Duh!
Real.
Okay, so tell me about like do you remember like the first piece of music you produced? You know, like tell us about that. When did it come out?
So I remember because the way my mom met my stepfather is through my uncle. Okay. And my uncle always made music when I was young. So I would just know all of the words to all of their productions, like all of their music, like at 4, 5, 6 years old, like when they playing it in the car, because they had like a record company slightly that they made. Like they was on LLCs and things like that before a lot of people had, you know, the knowledge of it.
Right.
So they had their own like thing going on, and I used to know all the music. Like, I would only play that music. And to this day, like, even when people send me their music, that's my friends and stuff like that, I play that music way more than I play mainstream music. Right. So that's kind of what I started off doing, was just, you know, just listening to my uncles and things of that nature. So that's kind of what brought me into it for real.
That's what's up. I really appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Let's see. When I came up with this question, I just, you know, I just figured, why not ask it? So what usually make you say yes with working with people? You know, like what has to be there in order for you to be like, yeah, I need it?
It really is like an energy thing. Like if, like I like people that's open-minded, because like that's who I am genuinely. Like I'm really down with whatever, if it feels right, or it's like, you know, if it's genuine or if it's authentic. I'm always with it, because it's like, I know that, you know, like everybody, the outside world may not even really believe in what it is that's going on.
Thanks.
But they don't have to, as long as you do.
Bars.
You feel me? They don't have to as long as you do, because like, if you don't believe in it first, nobody will.
Right.
And that's always my biggest thing. And I haven't always been like that, but I took some time to really, really discover myself. And then I was just like, man, bro, how can I want somebody to, you know, like, how could I want somebody to really, like, mess with my stuff and I don't really even think that it's up to par? Or how could I want somebody to love my stuff or love me? Or, you know, it's life, you know? So you really got to give that, you know, you got to give yourself that before anybody else can. Or you got to know that about yourself before anybody else can.
Absolutely. Now, the flip side to it, like, have you ever said no to anybody? Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Pisces. We're a little bit manipulative. So, I have had some people that send me music. I'm sorry if you listen to this and this is you. Okay. I have had somebody that send me music and they be like, man, I want you on this verse. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not getting on no bullshit. I'm saying, excuse my language to whoever, if somebody elders on here or whatever. But listen, I'm not getting on that, bro. I'm not getting on that, bro. And it's not even that I'm too good, but I just, you know, like I treat it as a sport. So you wouldn't go into a not even trying to say it like that. You wouldn't go into a heavyweight fight, you know, or a featherweight fight being a heavyweight.
Period.
You feel me? You wouldn't want it. That's like praying on, you know, like, I'm not even trying to say it like that, you know, but at the same time, like, just get the skills up. Like, I've done this for years to get my skill up.
Right.
You know, so I take pride in what it is that I do.
Yeah.
And I mean, even though I wear multiple hats, that's, you know, like the primary hat that I wear, music.
Yeah.
So I take pride in that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Man, first of all, I remember I caught one of your lives and he was just in his zone, like really just creating geniusness, dopeness, and everything. You heard it here first. He ain't hopping on the shit if it's bullshit. Period.
I can't help it, man. You know, same thing. It's like is you gonna eat some bullshit food? Like you go to a barbecue and then everything burnt. Is you gonna eat that?
Of course not.
I mean, it got to be burnt a little bit. You know, we black, so it got to be a little char on that. You know, but if everything you can't eat it at all, like it's just terrible. Like it tastes like a piece of charcoal. You're not gonna eat it.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing I do with every facet of my life, especially music.
Yeah, that's what's up. I am really pumped about this, y'all. Like,
we lit. We got sage burning up in here. Y'all don't even know. We got the real vibe.
It's a whole vibe. Okay, well, because this podcast, the people hear it on Mother's Day, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us how your mom really played a role in helping you becoming and being the great prince you are. Like, for real.
Wow. That's, so my thing is, I witnessed my mom go through a lot of things, like a lot of changes in her life and stuff like that. Because she had me when she was like 20, like going into 21 years old. So like I just kind of, just peeped everything that she was going through. And I'm kind of, I kind of go through the same things at 23.
Right.
And I remember seeing her at 23 or seeing her at 25, things of that nature. So, and her perseverance was just always even if I seen her, down or doing something like that, like she would always she had the type of toughness that she had never fold, never. Like, even if something really bothered her, like it'll still be like she's still going. And I think that's where I got drive from too. Of course, my pops too, but but as far as I lived with my mom for a long period of my time in my life, so all of my life. So I just seen the things that she went through, and how she would still be able to smile and find everything humorous, and I kind of adopted that, so that's pretty much she shaped me in that particular way as far as just being strong, and then she shaped me as just tenacity too, anything that she put her hands on or she tried to do it the best.
Absolutely.
So that's the same thing I do all the time, regardless of what it is, even if I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah. I'd be like, man, bro, I'm gonna figure it out. That's the biggest thing. And she was always like, I'm gonna figure it out.
Very much so. Very much so. When I tell y'all to piggyback that, his mom is so dope. So dope. She goes above and beyond, for her students, the things that she just does on a daily basis. She does it with such a high level of excellence. She supersedes the job description every single day. And we're going to throw this in there, but we're going to give her a separate commercial in an upcoming episode. But shout out to her business. First of all, I'm not going to lie, it slipped my name. Essential
Herbs Chicago.
That's it. Essential Herbs Chicago. Let me tell y'all something. sea moss. Everybody man, once the pandemic hit, you had everybody just in their kitchen making sea moss, right? Everybody's sea moss is not like his mom's, okay?
The fresh fruit.
Man, when I tell y'all, it literally tastes like sorbet. If you've ever had a nice, delicious, fruity sorbet, ice cream, it's literally that. Other sea moss tastes like cardboard.
Book bags. You biting into a book bag.
and it's the book bag you get from Dollar Tree.
It's terrible.
It's that book bag. Hers is full of so much richness. I found myself just holding the jar. Like, she only say, eat a tablespoon a day. I was like, this almost gone. My immune system is decent, you know? So shout out to that. I don't know if the Etsy shop is up and running.
Not yet.
But understand, when it's up and running, you want to get your hands on one of those jars of her sea moss. I mean, when I tell you it's anointed, it's mixed like no other sea moss you've ever had. And it's really the bomb. So, and she has other products as well. And again, just highlighting the fact that what she does it with excellence. Seriously. So, you know, the product of that is her son doing the same thing.
That's my girl.
Hey. I love you, Mom. All right. Okay. So, couple of more questions here, and then we're going to get into some fun stuff, you know. So, your nutritional choice, you're vegan. So, for me, I'm really curious about, like, what made you become vegan? And I do want to know your thoughts on on the American/Western, you know, world diet. Like,
so my thing is, when I was in high school, prior to high school, I really didn't care what I ate for real.
Right.
But when I was in high school, my mom and my step-pops, they tried to go like on like a Dr. Sebi diet, you can call it, an alkaline diet. Mm-hmm. And I was so mad. Like, I was doing all of the wrong things in high school. Mm-hmm. So it was like more like I'm living this, living this negative life already. Like, why are you trying to, like, I'm smoking every day, I'm eating whatever I want to eat, I'm doing whatever I want to do. I feel like I know everything. That's what, okay. I hope you're ready for that with Matt. Well, not to smoke, I ain't trying to say go smoke, right. But, everybody did the dabble and try try things. Right. So, but yeah, I'm in high school and I'm not really caring to, do this. So why are y'all even doing this? So it's like, yeah, but when I got a little bit older, and I had went through a lot of trauma as far as like losing people and like grievances and things of that nature. I drank a lot. Like I had issues with that. Like, like just addiction, just being addicted to whatever it is that I feel like could numb the pain at that time. So after that, I'm like, I feel my body, like I'm really in tune with myself. So I feel my body going through changes through the things that I've put it through. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, bro, I've already done this diet before. Let me go ahead and try and see if I could do it again. Like, what really got me to do it though is Nipsey Hussle had died, and he was pushing for making a movie about Dr. Sebi and things of that nature, because Dr. Sebi is, if you don't know anything about Dr. Sebi, he's a holistic healer that basically like cured the things that they say are uncurable in, where we live, United States. They say certain things are uncurable, but I'm not going to even go into all of that. Diseases that they say are uncurable, he actually cured them. And, he beat his case for what they put him under for that. So Nipsey Hussle was going to make a documentary about that. But Nipsey died prior to that. And then that kind of just gave me an extra push too. But yeah, mostly just what I put my body through. And then I was like, man, I can't, I've seen my mom go through certain health issues, and I've seen her going through the same things that I went through, like the addictions, as far as like, like just going over grievances and stuff like that. So I just made sure that like, I'm going to try to reverse this as much as I can before I get a little bit older, so that's pretty much what and then I was like, man, can I be disciplined? That was my biggest thing. Like, I hate for things to have power over me. Oh, yeah. So it's like, even with social media, when I'm scrolling all day and I'm not catch myself, like, man, bro, no, I'm finna put this down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn my phone off. So, and that's just the thing. That's who I am. Like, I don't like anything to have power over me. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, let me try this. And if I could try it and I could do it, then that means it doesn't have power over me. Right. You feel me? And then I tried it for a 60-day span and I cheated. And then I tried it for another 60-day span and I cheated and I got sick. So that was my big red flag. Like, why am I getting sick behind something that I've been eating forever?
Yeah.
You know, and then my body was just rejecting it. So another thing is, when I was 8 years old, I stopped eating pork because my mom had, you know, met her husband or whatever like that. So, and he didn't eat pork. The crazy thing about it was my father never really ate pork.
Oh wow!
He never really ate pork. So when my mother's husband came along, my other father, he just was like, "Nah, we're not eating that no more." And that's who I was with all the time. Yeah. So it was like, but if I had been with my actual father all the time, I probably would have had been stopped eating it though, because he never ate it. Yeah. But yeah, for sure. So those, you know, that's kind of my process and my process of thinking. Like, you know, like, let me go ahead and see if I can, you know, reverse some of the things that I put my body through already.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you know, like when you told me that this was your nutritional, I don't want to call it a diet, you know, but your way of nutrition. I've really like been thinking about it, because one of the things that stood out in one of our conversations, and I also heard it from, you know, another person via Instagram, but the fact that, you know, animals, they're slaughtered, you know, and just honestly like a transferring of their, you know, their energy. Yeah, their energy.
So that was pretty much one of the biggest things for me though. Yeah. Because it's like, you know, like that fear that's going through with chickens, you know, they getting their head cut off. Like, imagine one of us, like, I treat it like it's one of us. Like, imagine one of us getting our head cut off. Like, of course, our body functions won't shut down immediately. You know, like, so they running around with their head cut off. They don't know what's going on. They just, you know, they just fearful. They anxious, all of that. So I feel like all of that gets trapped inside of the flesh. And then, because energy it can't be destroyed, regardless of what it is. Even if something passes on, like, you know, spirits are real. Things of that nature are real. So, you feel me? Why wouldn't it be real for that to get trapped inside of that flesh? So I feel like with us eating that, you know, we getting transferred all of that. Right. And also, I thought about, like, you know, like, prior to people eating things of that nature, like in ancient times, they were eating, like, you know, like herbs and grass and things of that nature, like kale and things of that nature. They wasn't really, like, killing the animals and stuff like that. True. I feel like that's just really what we have, like, adopted, for real. Like, in all of these years that, you know, I feel like that's what we adopted. So
yeah, that's real shit. That's definitely real. And I mean, like, after we had the conversation, I had been thinking, you know, like, I never, first of all, it enlightened me, because I never thought about it from that perspective. And, you know, like, energy, I'm now, based on the work that I've done, I'm more in tune, of course, with myself and my surroundings. And I'm like, to still continue to be putting, like, processed animals, you know, and understanding again, this again, the transferring of energy. And I'm just like, I don't know, it has me considering.
Yeah, and the thing about it is also is they not even feeding the animals the right things. Right. Like they just literally doing things to make money at this point. Like, they literally inject the animals so they can grow extra, you know, so that they can sell more of whatever they're selling to get the money. Yeah. So that was another big thing for me. Like, why? Like, you feel me? They not even being fed the right things. Like, like, just feed them the right things and maybe I'll think about it, you know. But they literally just doing everything for money at this point, and I ain't really with that.
Yeah, we could talk for forever about how a lot of stuff is just, you know, driven, you know, in the root of money, you know. So, which sucks. It sucks. It definitely sucks. So, another question I thought about, because first of all, anytime you get in contact and talk with Prince Drive, you're going to be pumped. Okay? I can pick up the phone and he can, you know, sense the energy. He like, nope, we ain't doing that today. We ain't doing that today. We feeling all right. And I'm like, what if I don't want to? But you know, I appreciate that. So one of the things that came to me or whatever was really wanting to know about your level of optimism. You know, like where did that come from? Like, why do you always choose the sunnier side of things instead of, you know, staying stuck, you know, in the dark shit?
I think it's because so a little background on me in that case is like I really like a lot of my life struggle with like depression and anxiety and things of that nature. And I think that it comes from like, you know, you got to really dig deep into who it is that it's your parents and your grandparents and things of that nature. So they all had like things that was going on with them. And my dad actually suffered from sickle cell.
Oh wow!
And then later on in his life, he found out he had lupus.
Whoa!
So that kind of tormented him for it. But he was so driven.
Period.
You know, he was so driven that he was able to. He lived in a hood when he was younger. You know, and he was so driven that he was able to continue to get apartments and houses and apartments until he settled in one house. And it was actually like something that I'd never seen before. Like. And for it to be my father, like, man, bro, you got. I remember asking him at one point in time in my life, like, because we I guess we was into it or something like that. I'm like, man, you got this big ass house and you ain't happy. And he was like, man, it's more than that. And I was like, I just thought about it from then on, like, and that still stick with me, you know, R.I.P. my pops. That still stick with me because it's like, you know, like, he had to, towards the end of his life, he had to choose to be happy. It's all a choice. Like, literally, it's all a choice. Somebody who got the less, you know, somebody could be homeless and be happier than, you know, or be more great. It's about your gratitude, your level of gratitude. So what I do is, it's really about my practices. So when I wake up in the morning, before I even touch my phone, I pray. Before I, and then after I pray, I try to meditate if I'm not too sleepy. You feel me? So every day, if I'm continuously doing that and practicing gratitude and knowing that it's a higher power that's with me every day, and it's still people that I lost, you know, still with me, walking with me every day, then I got more power. I feel like I'm very powerful every day that I step, every day that I walk, even when I feel like I'm in a volatile situation or I feel like I'm somewhere where I don't need to be at. Like I always have an idea that I'm here for a reason. So that's why I choose optimism most times, because I know I'm not just here just to, I'm a guy. You feel me? Like I'm here to literally help people out and figure out what's going on with other people and just impact for real. That's all I really care about, honestly. Regardless if it's music or any of my other paths, all I care about is really impacting. So.
First of all, do y'all see, based on these high quality, like purposeful, like in tune answers, like this is why he's the man behind the productions. Like seriously, like for real. And that's real. That's real dope. You know, a lot of people. First of all, like it takes people. First of all, some people get it. Some people don't, you know, understanding that life is literally all about choice, you know, and I'm really happy that you harness that you know that, and you really put that into practice like every day.
Yeah.
Like, that's real.
What really took me there is like last year, I'm going to just be vulnerable because that's who I am. Period. Last year I was on house arrest for doing stupid shit. So, and at that time it was probably one of the lowest times of my life, simply because the reason why I got on house arrest is because, like I said, I was going down that rabbit hole of, you know, just falling victim to anything that would make me numb.
Yeah.
But when I got on house arrest, it was more like, oh no, you got to face this.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I did everything that I could to face it, like breaking down, doing anything in life. But these practices helped me through the whole process. And then I came out on the other side. I'm like, bro, I could do anything. You feel me? Like, literally, I can do anything. That's one of the worst things to do. That's one of the worst things other than jail is house arrest.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, and then also, you know, it's other facets to that. Like everybody wants something from you without you being on house arrest.
Okay.
Everybody want, you know, oh, come slide over here, come do this, come get me, come through the, you know. And then I'm the type of person, I got a big heart, so I'm always doing it.
Right.
So, but when it came to me being on house arrest and my hair ain't cut and my dreads look crazy, you know, and I'm just looking like I'm in jail for real.
Yeah.
It's almost like nobody, you know, everybody's just still worried about their own lives, which I can't be mad at. I can't be mad at because everybody can't have the type of heart I got.
Right.
You feel me? So, but that put me in a space where I'm like, I bet it's never going to be like a thing where, you know, I know how to play this now.
Right.
I need myself more than I need anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
You feel me? So it's pretty much what it was.
Yo, I felt all of that, like for real, and real stuff. Like I'm really happy that you were, first of all, that you felt safe enough, you know, number one, to just share that, you know.
Hey, the type of heavy shit you shared last week, let's get into it, you know.
Right? Goodness.
Get into it.
And speaking of that, you know, I just listened to episode 3 last night. I didn't get a chance to, first of all, I didn't want to hear it. You know, I wanted to give myself some space. But thank you for being very transparent. Because it all helps to, first of all, make it make sense. You know, it helps to take us through, you know, your journey, as to how we're able to hear, you know, what we're hearing, you know, your thought process, who you really are, who you be at your core, and all of that. So I'm really excited about all of this. Okay,
because I mean, we on Melvina Motivates. You feel me? We gotta come with some insightful words, you know. We gotta come with some, you know, because I gotta, you know, hey, we on your podcast, and that's what this all about, and that's the type of person I am too. So it's like, you know, it's just like at home for me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Shout out to that. Final question before we go into, you know, our sponsored commercial break. What lights you up?
What lights me up? I would be cliche if I said music, right? I would say just seeing people other than me happy.
Yeah.
Like in this total state of like just euphoria. Like especially kids. Like I love seeing like my little brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Just like happy. I don't know why. Like, you know, it's just like, it's like energy transfers, like how we used to saying. Like, so even if I'm messed up or anything like that, like a kid couldn't, like I remember like having my little brothers and like if I was ever having an issue or having a bad day, which I don't have anymore. I have bad moments.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a bad day anymore. But if a kid seen me like that, they would, you know, either try to make me happy or they'll just be like, oh, what's wrong? So it's like, it's almost like just, you know, just seeing kids happy or seeing people happy. Yeah. That's what really, really lights me up. Right?
That's what's up. First of all, I hope you guys have definitely enjoyed just this entire like segment so far with Prince Drive. Like he dropped so much information. We got a chance to really hear who he is as a person. We were able to really hear his heart and all of that. And so I don't know if this is like your first time ever doing an interview, but if it is, he did it here on Melvina Motivates, the podcast.
First time. You broke me in.
Yeah, so we already know this won't be his last, you know. So I'm putting it out there. This is gonna go viral and all of that. Like people are really gonna know exactly who you are. So I know we're gonna, you know, push all of this throughout the rest of the show, but definitely at this moment, tell everybody how they can connect with you. How can the people reach you?
You can listen to all my music at Prince Drive anywhere. I'm talking about YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you got, Tidal, everything at Prince Drive. You can find me on Instagram at _itsdrive, ITSDRIVE. And you can find me on Facebook at Prince Drive also.
Hey, y'all better go make sure y'all check him out. If y'all don't, I'm gonna kick y'all ass. Because he is super fire, like super fire. So again, you guys definitely get a chance to hear snippets of, again, the talent, the genius, the gift, you know, just you being molded in music. Anytime you turn on Melvina Motivates, the podcast, you know, at the beginning and at the end. So again, in order for you to get all in tune with what he's doing, check him out on all of those handles. All right, well, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Are you tired of your pussy being backed up and you need a good blowout? Fixed Roots. Muse is formerly known as Pussy Power and Pussy Purge, and if you need your fix, go to Fixed Roots. Kids getting on your nerves and turning up and just messing up stuff, spray their little asses with Grounded from Fixed Roots. You want that old thing back without the ego or anything like that? Grab Reconciliation from Fixed Roots. Need a spiritual kick in the ass where it's done with love and authenticity? Book you a reading with Fixed Roots. All right, and we're back. All right, y'all better check out Fixed Roots. That's my girl Remedy over there at Fixed Roots. You can Google it, and that's spelled F-I-X-D. Then Roots, R-O-O-T-S. Again, F-I-X-D. Roots, R-O-O-T-S. Go check my girl out. First of all, she is all that in a bag of chips, okay? All of her products are out there for the culture. She's making sure that she's taking us back to our spiritual roots, making sure that families are staying connected. That, hell, if your kids acting up, you can spray their ass with some Grounded. You can clean your house with some Grounded. Because that's what I did before, friends showed up. It's grounded in here, okay? And again, if you have a relationship troubles, okay, hit my girl up. She got you. All right, let's get into some fun here. Let's get into some fun questions. Let's loosen some stuff up. All right. So, I'm gonna ask you one of the questions that was asked to me, and
I'm with everything.
All right, cool. Let me find it. All right. Okay. No, I can't find the doggone question. Where is it? Either way, we'll go with this. Tell me about the facts or hard truths you chose to ignore, but know you shouldn't have.
The facts or hard truths that I ignored that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, me personally, it would be that I was not going to the NBA.
Oh, yay. So pretty sure I can hoop.
I can hoop. I'm not one of those on the court. But, I'm like 5'9", 5'10". So, I ain't got the just jumping abilities. I ain't athletic like that. But I can shoot, and I get with you, though.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably one of the ones, though.
That's what's up. That's hilarious. We're gonna ask this question too, just out of curiosity. All right, if you were given a chance to explore the oceans, go to outer space, or explore 20 different countries, which one would you choose? Like, and why?
Oh, wow. I would probably say 20 different countries.
Oh, tell us why.
The reason why I would say 20 different countries is because, like, even though the oceans and space is vast like that, I don't know if I really, I'm a little scared to go out. I'm a little scared to go out there. Like in the ocean, especially, like you don't know what's in there. Like you see these crab legs people be eating that be as long as our arms. I'm not cool with that, bro. I'm cool on that. Then they got clamps and stuff like that. I'm cool. You feel me? And out of space, I just know it's aliens out there.
Of course.
I know it's something, not even just aliens, but something else that just know that I'm coming. You feel me? They can gauge that I'm coming, and I don't want to meet them.
Yeah.
Unless they come get me personally, I don't want to just go out there looking for that.
Yeah.
That's the crocodile hunter shit. I don't like that. You feel me? So, and then the reason why I say 20 countries is because it's like you will find think about how many people it is like you out there just in the United States. So it's probably people that's just like you with the same mindsets with, or it's just things that you can learn from. And I'm all about learning for real. So, just so many people, so much different food, so many, like so many different animals. Like, I just want to see like everything that would have to offer. Not all of that other, not the oceans and space, but I would definitely want to see what that had to offer.
Period. Okay. This is not a question that anybody wrote, but like, okay, you got $20 and you need to cook a bomb ass meal. What is Prince making with $20?
With $20?
$20.
Well, what I eat now? Or just for a whole...
It don't matter. Whatever. You got $20, you got to go cook a meal, and what you making?
All right, if I'm cooking for myself, if I got $20, I'm going to go get some Beyond Meat and probably a sausage, like a bratwurst or a hamburger. You feel me? Something like that. But probably if I do a bratwurst, I'm probably going to pair it with like something like some quinoa or something with some vegetables. But if I was cooking for anybody else, it'll probably be spaghetti, because spaghetti just like, like everybody likes spaghetti. And I'll make some bomb spaghetti, like, But I really can make anything, though. I used to be in culinary class.
Shut up. Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to be in culinary class.
That's what's up.
Yeah, high school, like sophomore to senior.
That's what's up. Yeah. Okay, well,
ask my mama, I throws down.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. All right. So you got your passport and you at the airport. Where is Prince going?
If I got my passport, how much money do I have?
Man, it don't matter. You got your passport. You got passport. Yeah, passport.
Well, I got two places that I definitely want to go.
All right. Place number one.
Jamaica.
Period.
I'm going to Jamaica. I heard they got clear waters out there. I heard I could walk around in Bob Marley's temple with my shoes off. Smoking weed. I don't even smoke weed, but I smoke weed right there. Just going around and having the good vibes. And then the other one would be Amsterdam.
Hey, tell me about that. Why Amsterdam?
I would want to go to Amsterdam. I feel like they just be having a great time. Okay. A great motherfucking time. Like, they got all of the different other drugs out there. Like, not to say I would be taking them like that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like they just have fun down there. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they just be having fun.
That's what's up.
I like that. I'm with that.
I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked by that one. I'm not gonna lie. This is why you gotta be open-minded. You don't think for other people. I was anticipating to hear, a country or something in the motherland. But no, shout out to Amsterdam and Jamaica. I can rock with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Can definitely rock with that. So this question, because it's a good one, all right? Where they at though?
Well, who at though?
Where that is? Where they at?
Man, look, I don't be on none of that. I be telling, hey, you can't trust these people nowadays, man. I'm cool on that, I done did my thing. I'm saying it like I'm 50 or something, but I'm 23 and I done did I'm cool. I'm focused.
Period.
I'm trying to get some money.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah.
And if you trying to get some money, let's go.
Real shit. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, like in like the interview in quotes segment. But no, put people on, Prince. Tell them about what you do.
Man, another avenue of what I do. I'm a digital entrepreneur. So what I do is make money in minutes. Hey. So literally, if me and you went to like how we said, Amsterdam or Jamaica or something like that, we would have to trade our US dollars. We would have to trade our US dollars for whatever their currency is. But say some bullshit happened, like the coronavirus or something like that, and we had to come back home instantly and say we went there with $500 and we had to come back home instantly, so we never got to use that $500. And now the ratio is 2-1. Now, instead, when we come back home to the United States, to Chicago, to Illinois, now we got $1,000 as opposed to having that $500 that we came with, just because the fluctuation of the currency exchange rates. So I do that all day on my phone. Like, it's literally times that I would just don't call me because I'm making money.
Period.
Like, literally. Like, and if you want to learn how to do it, then you know where to hit me at.
On all them handles, on all of those handles.
You know?
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Understand, your girl is going to be working with Prince Drive on that other side too, you know. So
we locked in all the way around.
Oh man,
come get locked in with us. How about that?
Get on with us. All right, get on the drive. Get on the drive. Okay. All right. Let's maybe do one more question. More question. All right. So let's go here.
You was supposed to.
Oh man, no, it's not that. Okay. First of all, can you bake? Is baking a thing that you can do?
Oh yes.
Perfect. So this is how we go in, y'all. This is how we go in. So you going back to the store now? You only got $10. What would you bake?
I bake?
Yeah. Okay, no, I'm gonna give you back $10 more.
So $20?
Yeah, $20.
Okay, so I know y'all about to be like, wow. It'd be one or two things that I would make.
Okay.
I used to make these all the time on Thanksgiving. As my mama, these I buy.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing I probably would make, I would go to the store and I would get a lot of fresh mangoes and a lot of fresh peaches.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also get, probably some crust. And I will make a mango peach cobbler.
Boom.
Wow. And it's amazing.
That sounds really good.
It's amazing. Ask about me. Please ask about me. And then the other thing, my second option, if I didn't want to do that, I would probably make an apple pie with strudel topping on top of it.
Get with your boy,
you know, with the little crumbly top on top of it, man. You know, we and me in here going crazy off the 20 bone. You feel me? The dub. We getting going crazy off the dub.
First of all, right? I'm like, spaghetti and then ending with that type of dessert sounds like we're going to be having dinner, okay?
Yeah, come on, we go.
That's what's up, y'all. I really hope that you guys have definitely enjoyed this podcast, man. Like, this was so much fun. Like, so much fun. Hopefully you guys really take some time on your Mother's Day, you know, share with your mom, listen to it with your mom, clean your house, you know, as a mom, all of that, you know, when you're taking some time to unwind from all of the love you've been showered with for today. This was such a great podcast.
I had a great time.
Yeah. You heard it here first, y'all. It's Prince Drive. It's all about the drive. And I'm excited that I got the pleasure to interview my homie first, For the first time. And it won't be his last time. You guys will probably be seeing him up in all of these social media, these internet streets. Catch the wave before he gets too hot, okay? Catch the wave before he gets too hot. And again, make sure you check out his music. You will hear the geniusness. You will hear the talent. You will hear how he was definitely dipped, molded, crafted in the music already. He knows exactly what he's doing behind his computer, behind the microphone. And this is where we're going to end. And thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Deuces.
Hey.